Week 2's Friday Night Phenoms, all presented by Adena Corporation, coming at you right now. Phenom number 1 makes his second appearance on the list in as many weeks. It's Crestview's Addison Ramer making the pack of dogs look silly down at Chet Looney. Reymer totaled 14 carries for $144, 3 scores, as the Cougs ran away with this one 35-0. What was the driving force behind Reymer's big game, G?
Well, Brian, you got to tip your cap to the Crestview offensive line, but this dude has been on a mission throughout the first 2 weeks of the season. He's been dominating, and he dominated the Redbirds last week. Now he dominated the Dogs. I'm sure you're not going to be done seeing him here on the Phenom list this season.
Doesn't matter what creature it is, whether by sky or by land, Reymer getting it done. That's why he's on the Phenoms list yet again. At Phenom number 2 is Pleasant's Owen Lowry, who secured the Spartans their first win of the season after wiggling and weaving his offense past Winford 8-0. Lowry aired it out for 86 total yards on 5 completions. Despite the night revolving around defensive dominance, Lowry stole the show with his 1-yard TD scramble to royally flush away the Royals' hopes of winning as the Spartans get the W.
Yeah, Brian, don't let numbers mislead you. Just like that play you just saw, Lowry had a few other plays that could have resulted in scores that the wide receivers just didn't haul in. But you can tell he's a leader, knows how to place the ball, has a good arm on him. So exciting things for the Spartans as they look to build off their first win.
Moving on to our third nominee, and it's Hillsdale QB Jake Hoverstock, who nearly flew the Falcons out of Belleville with a victory over Lucas. He threw for 247 yards while conducting 2 perfect 2-minute drills for his 2 touchdown passes.
And if it wasn't for a lot of pressure by the Lucas defensive ends, he probably could have had 400 yards passing. This kid can drop dimes anywhere he wants to. He had 4 passes completed over 25 yards for Hillsdale, who just once again come up a point after try short of tying the Lucas Cubs.
Next up on our list on our Phenom Countdown is Wadsworth senior QB Luke Fisher, who had fans thinking they bought a ticket to SeaWorld instead of a football game because this one was just a big fish show. Posting an impressive 13 of 16 passing display for 247 yards and 2 touchdowns. What impresses you most when you gaze into the fishbowl, Storm?
Well, it's no Marshall Shepard, but, it is kind of fishy. 247, the stats don't lie, 2 touchdowns in a big win over Worcester in convincing fashion. This guy, he's a special quarterback, and we don't get to see him that often, but he's a good talent.
Winters is coming at Phenom number 5, Shelby Jr. Skyler Winters, who was icing Lexington on both sides of the rock, snatching the bird straight out of the sky and taking it back for a score to set the early tone. And he had so much fun playing in the pay dirt. He found not one, but 2 more exciting ways. Crossing the goal line with a pick 6, a rushing touchdown, and a receiving score as the Whippets boat race their cross-county rivals 53-21. Skyler Winters 3 times into the end zone in 3 different ways. Those are your Friday Night Phenoms from Week 2 of the high school football season.